All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Set 70, Indy. What we got? Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Ebron with it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Bravo.
Watch the curl. Mike 9. You don't want to
Get it.
From the gun, Walton. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, high 7. Snap.
Back to the air on second down. Walton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Walton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 50, plant. Hey, echo.
Hey, we got to seal.
We own this. Fight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Go. Ready?
On second down now, it's Kane. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
60 Pittsburgh. Smooth.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 33. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Here we go. 8, read.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Delta.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
90 Wolf. Hey, Orbit. You ain't doing nothing today.
Nice 57's right. Watch the pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On 1st and 10, Walton. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hey, exit.
On 1st down, Walton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And it's caught off the deflection. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. to throw on third down. Walton, he's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Here we go on second and 12. Ebron caught left side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. The point after threw the raindrops up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Mike 2, Mike 2.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Mike 2.
Now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
10-2 stop. Hey, 2.
Now back to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Second and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Watch one. Here we go, here we go. Mike one. Oh, yeah.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Team 6. Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
Let's go, man. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my son.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
We play to win. Let's go.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points, and they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 6. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Smith. Ready.
He'll drop to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Check, 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 check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
You're out. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Walton gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Walton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Walton Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 23. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. I think we're thinking about fantasy points and getting there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on first down. Kane. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Go, go, go.
Rock it.
Crouch. Crouch.
Step.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 2. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Walton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. Watch the screen. 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 Mike 9. Mike.
Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Walton. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back to you.
Hey, Echo.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
50, plant. Hey, Sam on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
25, check 25, check 25.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
60 Pittsburgh. Topper. Snap.
From the gun on third down, Walton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home